We'll talk about 10 of the most famous oil paintings in this video. Some of the best art ever made was done with oil paint. Oils were used by many artists, including Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Vincent van Gogh, and many more. In Asia, oil painting was used for the first time in the 5th and 6th centuries. It became popular in the 1500s, especially during the Renaissance. Oil gave painters more control over colors, how long they took to dry, and how they looked. Here are the 10 best paintings ever made with oil of all time. 10. Jan van Eyck, The Portrait of the Arnolfini Family. This work of art from the Northern Renaissance could be one of the first oil paintings. It shows a businessman from Italy and a woman who might or might not be his bride. In 1934, Erwin Panofsky said that the movie looked like a marriage contract. The painting is one of the first to use orthogonal perspective to make the viewer feel like they are in the same space as the painting. It feels like you could walk into the painting. 9. Hieronymus Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights. This is a strange triptych that was made before Surrealism. It was made by an artist from the Middle Ages who believed in God, Satan, heaven, and hell. The left panel shows Christ giving Eve to Adam, and the right panel shows the bad things that happen in hell. Heaven could be shown in the middle panel. In Bosch's picture of hell, a huge pair of ears with a phallic-shaped dagger attacks the damned, while a bug king with a bird's beak and a chamber pot for a crown eats the doomed and then poops them out. This symbolism is often hard to understand, which may be why it is so popular. 8. Georges Seurat. In his masterpiece, Georges Seurat shows a working-class neighborhood outside of Paris's center. Seurat depicted this environment, unlike his Impressionist colleagues' bourgeois depictions. Seurat didn't like the capture-the-moment style of Monet, and Degas. Instead, he liked the timeless permanence of Greek sculpture. Seurat tried to make a modern classical landscape with this line of still figures moving like a frieze. 7. Pablo Picasso, Les Demoiselles d'Avignon. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, the first great painting of the 20th century, broke with the realism of Western painting by including references to African masks Picasso had seen at the Palais du Trocadero. The Vision of St. John by El Greco is a key part of its structure. These women work as prostitutes in Barcelona, where the artist was born. 6. Impression Sunrise. Claude Monet painted beautiful landscapes. Art lovers say that Impression Sunrise is one of his best works. Because Monet was able to show a sunrise in the painting, it became very popular. In the few seconds between night and day, he managed to capture the stunning beauty of dawn. So far, do you like what you've seen? Remember to like and subscribe. Don't stop watching because you won't want to miss what's at the top. 5. Girl with a Pearl Earring. Girl with a Pearl Earring is a famous oil painting by the Dutch artist Johannes Vermeer. It is thought to be one of the most realistic paintings ever made. It shows a young girl with a mesmerizing look that makes people want to love her beauty. Vermeer's ability to make the girl's face, dress, and headscarf look so real is amazing. The way the artist uses light and dark is really impressive. 4. The Last Supper. This is the most famous painting of Jesus because it shows him telling his friends that one of them would betray him. The painting was made by Leonardo da Vinci between 1495 and 1498 at the Santa Maria del Grazie convent in Milan, Italy. It is known for the detail in the faces of the disciples and Jesus. Da Vinci used the whole painting to show how much he cared about Jesus. Because oil-based paints were used instead of fresco, most of the original painting has peeled and fallen apart. 3. The Starry Night. Van Gogh is thought to be one of the best oil painters ever. Starry Night is one of the most famous Impressionist paintings ever made because it uses a special swirling technique to make the sky come alive as it fades into a hillside in the distance. Van Gogh painted it when he was 37 and living in an asylum in France. The painting uses the difference between natural and man-made things to create a striking effect. The buildings and ground are painted with vertical brushstrokes to show that people are focused on the heavens. The night sky, on the other hand, is painted with swirling brushstrokes to make it look fun and lively. Only the church steeple, which is taller than the rest of the town, reaches up into the night sky. 2. The Birth of Venus, by Botticelli, is a famous Renaissance painting. In 1483, when most artists were painting biblical scenes, he painted a scene from mythology. Aphrodite, or Venus in Roman mythology, is born in the birth of Venus. People thought that Venus came to Cyprus through the foamy sea. Botticelli made a beautiful picture that draws the eye to the main figure while the side figures are also interesting. A Greek Kori, or goddess of the seasons, is to the right of Venus. Zephyr, the god of the wind, carries Aura to the left of Venus. 1. Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa is a famous painting. Between 1503 and 1519, a great painter made it. Da Vinci painted the work of art on a piece of wood with oil-based paints. The painting shows Francesco del Giocondo's wife, who was the wife of a wealthy banker in Florence. The story goes that Mona Lisa's eyes follow the viewer from left to right, no matter how they look at the painting. Da Vinci was a master at drawing people, and his paintings of hands were the most realistic ever. Few artists have been able to make skin and bone variations in oil like Da Vinci did. Because of its murky history, the Mona Lisa is both a masterpiece and a mystery.